Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the annual Arvo Awards 2013. Now, please welcome your host, Highteeeee.
Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you. Let's get started. We don't have a lot of time here. Thank you, and welcome everyone back to Arvo Awards 2013, where we award the best movies of last year. So, we just went through the introduction speech in the last episode, and now we are going to finally start giving out the awards. And I have all nominees and all winners on this paper, but as usual, Mr. Voice is going to give out the nominees, and I am going to give out the winners. And by the way, if you want to check out all our nominees in all categories we have this year, you can check them from the video description down below. So yeah, let's get started to award out the Arvos, the best and most notable prizes in the film world. Right, we have in this part of the awards we have 13 categories to go through, so we have to be quite fast. We don't have an entire day here. So, let's start by going to the first category. This category is really great for many reasons. Because the people working on this category, they create the world we see in movies. Such as Jurassic Park and the Great Wilderness of Hawaiian Islands. Or I can't come up with anything. Anyway, here are the nominees for Best Art Direction.
Jussi Lehtiniemi for Iron Sky. Dan Henah for The Hobbit. Dante Ferretti for Hugo. And Arthur Max for Prometheus.
And the Arvo goes to Dante Ferretti for Hugo. I'm gonna send him this one. I'm gonna actually send all our winners this ones in just a few weeks' time. Maybe. Our next category is going to be really interesting. And when we look at the nominees this year, we see that there are movies that do not need a lot of money to achieve huge victories in this category. It's not always about money. In most Hollywood movies we need a lot of money to create really good of this. We also have one movie that has done this with really low budget and still is good. Here are the nominees for Best Visual Effects.
Iron Sky. Prometheus. The Avengers. And Snow White and the Huntsman.
And the Arvo goes to Prometheus. Great, I would give it to Iron Sky in a way that I couldn't choose because I was the guy who chose it. Anyway, let's move on to the next category right here. This category is all about how the people in the movie look like. Look at my costume here. This is designed by I don't know whom. We bought it for just a couple of cents. Again, our budget was 50 cents, so we just bought it for a couple of cents from a local store, and I would probably win an Arvo for this if this would be for shows on the internet. Anyway, here are the nominees for Best Costume Design.
Bob Buck for The Hobbit. Sandy Powell for Hugo. Lindy Hemming for The Dark Knight Rises, and Colin Atwood for Snow White and the Huntsman.
And the Arvo goes to Colin Atwood for Snow White and the Huntsman. They make better costumes than they do. So, moving on here. So we are still in the categories of, you know, really artistic making in films. This time we're taking a look at something that we have right there. About the interesting way how we shoot the movies for every people to see. And this year we have really strong candidates, really strong nominees. They're all used really great ways to show us what they want to show. Here are the nominees for Best Cinematography.
Andrew Lesnie for The Hobbit, Roger Deakins for Skyfall, Robert Richardson for Hugo, and Dariusz Wolski for Prometheus.
And the Arvo goes to Robert Richardson for Hugo. Finland has never been such a really big country in any huge film festivals. Well, maybe Cannes and other likes, but you know, not like Oscars or Arvos. Well, this is the second year, so. But this year we are really intrigued to tell you that in this category we have one Finnish nominee. Sorry, Mr. Boys, you're gonna have one less nominee to tell out. Anyway, here are nominees for Best Actor in a Supporting Role.
Samuli Edelman for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Andy Serkis for The Hobbit, Sacha Baron Cohen for Hugo, and Javier Bardem for Skyfall.
And the Arvo goes to... This is really surprising. You would not guess. It goes to Samuli Edelman for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. This next category is really interesting category. Instead of having 4 nominees as we usually have, we actually have only 2 nominees, and these are, well, we could ask ourselves if these actually are like real nominees. Because, you know, yeah, anyway, here are nominees for Best Short Film.
Musta Joulu and Happy and Glorious.
And the Arvo goes to... It's a 50-50% chance that you guessed right, but because it goes to Happy and Glorious. It's important in films that we all know how people look like. Look at me, look at me. I'm so natural. I have nothing on my face. I have nothing, you know, under my arm. I have nothing like on my feet either or anything. Good, you didn't see my feet. I'm like half dressed here. No, I'm not without pants or trousers. Don't think I'm that. Just no. Here are nominees for Best Makeup.
The Hobbit, Prometheus, Iron Sky, and Snow White and the Huntsman.
And the Arvo for Best Makeup goes to... Prometheus! I also got that. This next category is a category that we stole from Oscars. We have basically stolen all of these from Oscars, but but this one is next we stole from the Oscars, and it's actually a category I really don't really know a lot about. So I mean, when I chose the nominees, I just chose what I thought was good, and when I chose the winner, I just chose what I thought was good. But I really don't know anything about this anymore than what I think. So anyway, here are nominees for Best Sound Editing.
Christopher Boyes for The Avengers. James Ashwell for Prometheus. Jamie Scott for Total Recall. And Richard Hyams for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
And the Arvo goes to James Ashwell for Prometheus. We turn the page, we are closing into our last categories in this part of the Arvo Awards 2013. This next one I am going to present to you by having a little musical number here. It's not Best Musical. It is the nominees for Best Original Score.
Howard Shore for The Hobbit. Thomas Newman for Skyfall. Michael Giacchino for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. And Leibach for Iron Sky.
And the Arvo goes to Howard Shore for The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Finally Hobbit wins something. Whoa! It's gonna be a real loser this year. A real loser. It's Skyfall too, by the way. Spoilers. And sadly, dear spectators, we are coming to the final category of this video part of the Arvo Awards 2013. This is also a really unique category that we haven't seen in any earlier award ceremony. It's about the complete circle of actors in a film. Here are nominees for Best Casting.
Skyfall. The Hobbit. The Dark Knight Rises. And Hugo.
And the Arvo goes to Skyfall. And that's it for this video, folks. We finished 13 categories, 13 winners. Congratulations, all winners. You're going to get this statue later on. I'm now gonna have a little break, and we're gonna continue with the rest of the categories in the next video, because we're running low on time here. Make sure you watch our the previous videos right there, and make sure you watch our next video right there, or from the links down below. Yeah, that's all we have for now. So stay tuned onto the channel, and I'll see you later with more Arvos, and we are going to be really great and really epic, and yeah. Bye. See you later.